At the break of dawn, the towering medieval walls of Antioch loomed large, casting long shadows across the land. Outside these mighty walls, the Crusader army, weary, hungry, and battered, set up their camp. Their tattered tents and fading banners swayed in the cold morning air. Around dying campfires, soldiers sat silently, exhaustion etched into their faces. One man, clutching a broken sword, stared hopelessly at the ground, his eyes filled with despair. This was the beginning of one of the most brutal sieges of the First Crusade, the Siege of Antioch, 1097 to 1098. For months, the Crusaders endured endless suffering. With their armor broken and their bodies weakened, they struggled to hold on. Some prayed desperately in their tents, hands clasped in faith that their God would deliver them. Others searched their sacks only to find them empty. Hunger became their deadliest enemy. The wounded were wrapped in makeshift bandages, their cries echoing in the night. Yet still, hope flickered. A knight, torch in hand, gazed at the city walls with unshakable determination. Antioch stood tall with its mighty towers and defenders watching from above. Muslim warriors guarded the walls, their banners proud, archers ready to unleash death. Catapults and siege weapons glistened in the sun, a constant reminder of the impossible challenge ahead. Two armies face to face, locked in a deadly standoff. Then, under the cover of night, the Crusaders made their move. Shadows crept along the fortress walls as men climbed ladders, risking their lives in silence. Suddenly, chaos erupted. Torches lit the darkness, swords clashed, and screams tore through the night. Steel met steel as Crusader knights and Muslim defenders clashed in brutal combat. Arrows rained down from the battlements, shields lifted in vain defense. Men fell from the ladders, their cries swallowed by the chaos. A fiery explosion shook the city gates, lighting the battlefield in a hellish glow. With battering rams, the Crusaders forced their way forward. Rage filled their eyes as warriors shouted, blood and sweat pouring down their faces. The battlefield descended into chaos, dust, fire, shattered banners, and broken lives. Thousands clashed outside the fortress, each side desperate, each side determined at the height of despair. The Crusader commander raised his sword high, his voice thundering across the battlefield. "Stand and fight," he roared, rallying his broken men. Just then, reinforcements for the Muslim army arrived, dust clouds rising behind their charge. The Crusaders staggered, exhausted, some collapsing to the ground. Both armies stood locked in a deadly stalemate. In that moment, a knight fell to his knees, driving his sword into the dirt, whispering a desperate prayer. Then, as if touched by divine fire, a vision of hope spread among the men. Their courage reignited. Cheers rose, echoing across the battlefield. A flag lifted high, its fabric torn but its spirit unbroken.